Let we talk now about SMEs and market intra-regional approach. Small and medium enterprise are basically the source of an industrial development in every country, in every continent. A small and medium enterprise are basically the nature of development for every kind of sectors. The SME definition that we can find around the world is that have a micro employees between 1 and 9 people, are small when have employer between 10 and 49, and medium when have more than 50 and then 249 people. Why we take in consideration about this SME, donc small and medium enterprise? Its framework is a basic where capacity or entrepreneur where opportunities can be developed in every single country, and in the largest source of employment in Africa are potential going from small and medium enterprise, and this small and medium enterprise can providing a livelihood for over 10 quarters or working population, and concentrating in women, for instance, or youth. It's important to remember that basically the small and medium enterprises are the starting point of an industrialization and a development process, creating capacity of work, creating expertise, creating product and services. So it's important to remember that in Africa, the role of small and medium enterprise is basically very, very important. In the economy, actually, the informal approach of small and medium enterprise are creating approximately 80% of job in Africa. And just to say an example about data that we have collected from World Bank, 44 millions of small and medium enterprise are already operating in Africa. What is the scope of what we want to transfer? Is that from informal or formal activities, from organization and not organization, from artisanal and industrial point of view, to know exactly what is the small and medium enterprise rules, activity, organization can create a real increasing of job creation, innovation, economic diversification. And when we talk about an agreement able to collect and to connect different African countries, means that we can have the opportunity to have a real platform where social, economic development can arrive. Raw material and the raw and local competence can be upgraded thanks to the existence of a small and medium enterprise. Have a positive influence between and toward development in Africa continent. And they have actually facing a big obstacles. Why? Because there is a lot of different rules, different problems, a different capacity. There is sometimes not the real capacity of an entrepreneur to be owner of a small and medium enterprise and facing problem locally about financing, about the planning project, about market, about capacity to maintain this enterprise at the level that achieve the success and the capacity to create job as the main goal purpose. So it's important that we insert in the environment of small and medium enterprise, which kind of a challenge does may have facing, which kind of opportunity they can create just to maintain life, the capacity of a small enterprise to increase number of work, number of employers, dimension, and satisfy the inquiries of the markets. Impact of SME in the GDP in overall economic stability is very large. There is the capacity of SME to create employment, innovation, economic diversification, using local expertise, local raw material, and transforming the local value in a value for a market. In most of the case, a lot of African countries was concentrate activities attracting foreign investors, forgetting that working and facilitating the burn of a small and medium enterprise locally using local expertise and given value to local raw material can accelerate the development. Not only in terms of financial, not only in terms of GDP, but also in terms of social impact that this small and medium enterprise can transfer, can give to single country. Financing, access to modern technology and infrastructure, regulatory barriers, skill gaps, market information are the challenge that these small and medium enterprise are facing until now. Agreement and politics that can increase, accelerate, maintain, have impact around this operation can create an environment where small and medium enterprise can act with more flexibility, with facility to access to the credit. It's important to remember, and when we talk about startups, when we talk about the small and medium enterprise, we are not talking about companies that have a large market, but they are starting and they are operating in some condition where finance, access credit, it's important to challenge and to face and to maintain and to resolve problems according to the different market steps. So apply politics where every government and every organization is able to create an easy environment for a small and medium enterprise and create a real and important development. The impact about the African continental free trade area is one of the directions that can facilitate the implementation of the present and born of a small and medium enterprise. This agreement is able to create an environment that can allow the company and the small and medium enterprise to create market and to approach different market with the right condition. We have eliminating or reducing tariffs, trade barriers, restriction for goods or services. This connection between African countries, this opportunity that the market can provide to the single company according to the dimension, have the capacity to enlarge the opportunity, have the capacity to increase the market opportunity and to reduce the gaps that are and the barrier that are impacting on the shelf life of the small and medium enterprise. Remember, small and medium enterprise are acting locally, respecting the local environment, creating job for local environment, creating value for local environment. An agreement with the African Continental Free Trade Area help to enlarge the opportunity, is able to create connection between different companies and can create a market that even if not present locally, it can be developed thanks to this partnership. What is the Continental Agreement in 6 main points that have a reflection, important reflection on small and medium enterprise environment. First of all, world largest free trade area in terms of number, member country, territory, and population. We are talking about 1.3 billion of people, 55 countries, with 4 trillion 3.4 trillion of US dollar of GDP. You can imagine for small company which kind of opportunity, which kind of windows is ready to open a door where a small and medium enterprise, thanks to the partnership and thanks to this agreement, can enter in market that until now was not easy to enter. Second, business opportunity. A free trade area have a regional integration initiatives. And this initiative means, as I told you before, partnership, agreement, markets, and develop of market, develop of the company, and upgrading about competence, capacity of production, market opportunity for companies that until now don't have it, and was facing against challenge. The agreement helped to overjump all this. Actually, again, we have a large market. At February 2023, 46 of the 54 signatories, means 85% of the African country, have deposited their instrument for ratification the agreement. So we are starting from my country, where I have my company, to 46 potential market where I can go. And the ratification of the agreement open a windows, a door to every kind of company. It's not important in dimension. And when we focus the attention on the small and medium enterprise, we understand very well that this agreement can help having the same market, the same potential market to everyone. And commercially, they can trade in a meaningful rule of origin, negotiation on cane products, exigence, and reducing the barrier and the cost of import-export can create an environment where new small and medium enterprise can birth. I mean that I don't have some part of what I need. I don't spend a lot of money to create this, I need to buy this under product necessary to develop my market, and now have the opportunity to buy from a neighboring or cross country. In this case, what is important to remember is that facility of trading, facility of buying raw material, facility of export develop not only a market infrastructure, but also the dimension of the small and medium enterprise. And if we think that we are talking about small, to be medium enterprise, it will be easy thanks to these cross-border activities. Tariffs, rules of origin, service, custom, standard and conformity assessment, sanitary and phytosanitary measure, investment, competition, intellectual property right, e-commerce are covered by this agreement. And all this list of things are challenge that every single day a small and medium company face and face and resolve with a hard job more than a big company. When we talk about a small and medium enterprise, we are talking about companies that have financing resource limited, financial staff limited. So overpass all this challenge means to simplify the life, day by day life, means to simplify the standard and conformity assessment that every single product, every single company need to respect. Means not to have restriction about rules of origin, so enlarge the potential market. Means to have an e-commerce where I can create exchange between different countries. So I have a large market at disposition. Trade policy, tariffs, for instance, help to be competitive in price. We know very well that for small and medium enterprise, price war and price competitiveness is one of the best challenges that they can face. If I have the cost to transfer goods from one place to another one, and I need to pay tax and tariffs to the custom, according to different law, this is a weight that try to complicate the life of my market. So this is why this agreement can facilitate the life of a small and medium enterprise and take care about what this agreement not cover. State subsidies, labor, environment, procurement, government procurement are not covered. So every kind of company need to know exactly the nature and the scope of this agreement. But let me back again to the access to the larger market. It's important because market is the main source of revenue of a company. We know that you have a product, you have an idea, you have a client. Now, when you have a client limited to your country, you have a potential. When you increase the capacity, you enlarge the capacity of the markets, you increase the capacity of your potential. And export at the international level or intra-African trade can have important opportunities, can have important impulsion, can have important benefits. Thanks to an agreement like this, we know that we are creating opportunities in agro-food processing, in textile, in leather, in value-added product, in cosmetics, technologies, in services, all the important field where a small and medium enterprise can act and work. In 2035, 450 billion on African economy, it will be incremental. This means that the potential of African market is very interesting for the future. And we are talking about 2035, 10 years. Starting from now, the great potential of a 1.3 billion of potential individuals client can be served directly from the local company. And the industrialization process is mandatory that start from a small and medium enterprise. So in every single country in Africa, it's important to create an environment, form, to teach, to maintain, to sustain, to create opportunity for us mass environments. Don't forget the basis of industrial process is starting from small and medium enterprise. What is the challenge? That even if we have this agreement, SMEs can again meet. There is a competition from larger business and multinational corporation, better organized, better introduced, better present in some markets. Again, let me be back. If you have a challenge because you are smaller and you start to work and to sell in a different market, what you can do is to create a partnership. But if the neighboring country don't have the same politics to create effort, to create an environment for small and medium enterprise, I can't find my twin in another country. This is why create politics, thanks to an agreement like this, but every country need to create politics to follow and to maintain the life of small and medium environments. Creating twins that can meet, creating twins that through partnership, they can refuse the challenge versus larger business and multinational corporation, but they can create a small multinational corporation, aggregated, present on local market, knowing the specific market, having day by day foot on the ground and knowing the exigence, the needs, and the problems of the potential clients. In networking, encourage cross-border collaboration. And creating networking means that in every country it's necessary to create association where this company can enter in contact with the homologue, the twin. I will call twin another company like yours that acting in a country, know his specific country, know his specific production, know his specific market, his specific client. And creating networking means that you can enlarge the platform and this knowledge sharing can help to develop in two different parts. Again, the trade barriers, as I already said, had to export product without additional costs and to be more competitive when you are facing with competitors that are coming from abroad. We was talking about the competition about the multinational corporation. They need to pay tax to enter. If a product is coming directly from Africa to Africa, eliminating the trade barriers, so reducing the trade barriers means to supply a price advantage for the local market and for African company. Also means to create an advantage for increase the access to finance, economy of scales. This can create thanks to the AfCFTA agreement. And this is important to this one. Which kind of sector we can take in consideration? The analysis are developed some four sector with high potential: automotive, agriculture, and agro-processing, of course, pharmaceutical, and transport and logistics. Actually, These sectors are in the hand of big company, local in most of the case, and foreign investors in some of the case. Locally, now it's time to work around these high potential sectors. It's time to work and to apply strategies where, thanks to the agreement AfCFTA, this sector can be the real source of development. Imagine what in agriculture and agro-processing or in pharmaceutical, how many of these products are imported from abroad. This means to engage country, government to buy from abroad. Starting from now, the opportunity is to connect, work, transform, and provide produced locally. The same things for the automotive. And when we talk about transport and logistics, we are talking about a sector that is directly connected to this agreement. Multiply and work around the potential of transport and to connect different countries, to create capacity to transport goods from a country to another one means to provide an advantage, benefits, an instrument where this company in the sector can find right and fast capacity to increase development. And local market and create a brand proud to be produced in Africa is a movement, is a feeling that Africans have already. So this agreement and this sector can help the first real start of development, social, economic, and market development in Africa. Africa need to develop themselves. Africa need to use its own capacity to create a smart environment, to update the capacity to pass from informal to formal economy, to pass from idea to business, to pass from artisanal to semi and high industrial, to transfer power and capacity from acknowledgement, market presence, culture presence in product. Don't forgetting that no market means to have a power to transfer it to satisfy an inquiry. Have a capacity to transform, have a capacity to produce means to be able to create in the smart environment thanks to the AfCFTA agreement, a connection between different countries that can use and take profit from an agreement. And the small and medium enterprise are all over the base of this changement, are the base of this development, are the base of the capacity to start in the small dimension, to serve local markets, and to upgrade day by day, year by year, capacity production, quality production, and turnover, accelerating the social and economic impact of the industry in the country, using his own capacity and not only the external capacity. Thank you very much.